Hello and welcome to the Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine program at Western Sydney University. I am your academic course advisor, Stephen Walmsley, and this is the first of a series of short, sharp instructional presentations relating to important different aspects of the course, known as the Can You ACA series of videos. So you're probably wondering who I am and what my function is in helping support you with your studies. My functions are several-fold as far as the Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine program is concerned. As the ACA, I can assist you with any course-related enquiries. That might be in relation to special considerations, it might be in relation to the special requirements for a course, or what exactly is compliance. But it's not just about me supporting current students, it's also assisting prospective students who are perhaps thinking about studying Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine at Western Sydney. I can bet that a lot of you who are watching this video right now were such prospective students once, in terms of whether that was an internal transfer from an existing program within the School of Science and Health, or whether you were coming from school for the first time to study Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine. I also help with the processing of lots of different types of forms which are important to course administration, and those include rule waivers. They include documents which relate to students taking a leave of absence. They also relate to advanced standing applications, which is the process whereby students, on the basis of past work experience, but most commonly past academic study, get those past units considered for credit in relation to the units that make up the Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine program. And importantly, I also work with a lot of different students, those that might have come into the program and received academic credit, but also those students who might have experienced difficulty with regards to units in previous semesters, in terms of putting together progression plans for those students to help get them through the program as expediently as possible. I am quite easy to get in contact with and can be very accommodating in terms of meeting with students. So when you need any advice in relation to the course, in relation to any of those documents that I've previously mentioned and will be discussing in more detail in this series of Can You ACA It videos, I'm available for consultation in a number of different ways. I'm quite easy to contact, and I can be quite flexible in how we can actually hold those important meetings for you. So my office is in Building 24. I live on floor 2 in room 64, and you can contact me by telephone on 4620-3528. You can also, if you're walking past, knock on my door to say hello, ask a question there. Provided I'm not too busy, I can make myself available. And I'm also available to contact online. So you can send me an email, perhaps to arrange an appointment, or for me to answer your questions there and then. If it's difficult for you to be on campus to meet with me because of work commitments, perhaps clinical placements in future, then I'm also available in real time using online webinar software. It's known as Zoom, and you'll be becoming, if you're not already familiar with it, but in future we'll be becoming increasingly familiar with that particular piece of software. So on to what the purpose of these instructional series of instructional videos are actually about. Okay, so I've introduced myself now. Hopefully you've got a clearer idea of how I can support you, the person that you can ask if you've got questions in relation to the program, any aspects of it. But in this series of videos, you'll find it in this folder on your Blackboard site, so your e-learning site. I will discuss in more detail the program that you're enrolled in. I will also talk about that in respect of what prerequisites are and what co-requisites are. It's really important that we get familiar with those particular units, because often when it comes to a progression plan, it's those prerequisites in particular which can really have implications for how you can progress through the course, the kind of options we have. There's also a video available in relation to advanced standing, because advanced standing, which is a process that pertains to receiving credit for previous work experience or academic study, it actually branches out into a number of different types, because we've got unspecified advanced standing, specified advanced standing. There's rules about when you can apply for advanced standing. There's rules about the currency of any previous qualifications you've got, so in relation to which units have currency. So I think it's important that if you've got questions about advanced standing at this stage, you hopefully watch that video, and then if you're still uncertain, you can always get in touch with me, as I've discussed. I also want to talk about in a video, one of the presentations in this folder, in detail about rule waivers, because it's really important that you know when you should apply as well as how you should apply, because really a rule waiver is a document that we process only for particular reasons. And if you watch that instructive presentation, you'll sort of get much clearer on that. I get asked by many students year on year what an elective actually is, you know, in respect of our Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine program, because as you will find out in the video in relation to the course, 10 credit points on the Bachelor of Podiatric Medicine program is actually dedicated to an elective. And so when students get to the stage where they need to think about their elective, often they'll ask me what they should choose for an elective, and to be entirely honest, that actually does defeat the object of what an elective actually is. So I do discuss that in a presentation which is in this folder. And then also, this is really important, I actually talk about this at my course planning day. It's even covered again, some of you may remember, on induction day. But what are special requirements? What are the special requirements for the units in this program, and you know, where do they fall? When is it important to get those special requirements? What are the implications of not having those special requirements? And I also touch on compliance as well, what bulk compliance is, because it's not just about when you're going to go out on clinical placement in the podiatric practice units, even as early as podiatry preclinical. It's not just about having those special requirements in place. There's another step that goes on after that, which is referred to as bulk compliance, and so I actually touch on that in the 5th presentation. Okay, so I've introduced myself. I'm Stephen Walmsley. I hope I've been helpful, and if you've got any questions, then please do get in touch. Thank you.